Aries rising, Aries sun, moon, and Venus signs. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to read your tarot cards. As always, guys, here on YouTube, I do general messages. So that means not every message I deliver every week will resonate with every single one of you. Please know that in advance. Come in with an open heart, an open mind, and realistic expectations. Use your intuition, your logic to filter out what doesn't speak to you, what doesn't resonate. If that's the case, please release those messages. Assume they're going out to someone else. But I hope there's lots in this reading that does motivate you, inspire you, empower you, speak to you, all those good things. That's my goal anyway. You're accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. And that's about it. We're going to hop in. We'll split the deck here. Let me get one more shuffle for Aries. This is going to be catered towards Aries rising, but anyone is welcome to join this reading. So if you strongly resonate as an Aries in any way, welcome. Happy to have you. Here we go. So let's go around the wheel. It's funny, over the summer I was really starting to get more into birth charts and looking around and seeing what I could find out. So I asked a bunch of my friends, hey, can I, look up your birth chart and see what I can gather from it? And 6 of my very best friends are all Aries rising. I had no idea. So there must be something compatible in my birth chart with people who are Aries rising. I myself am not an Aries rising, but I just thought that was so interesting. People I've known for, decades of my life. I'm like, oh my God, they're Aries rising too. So, hey, they might just be on here watching this. What's up, guys? All right, let's do it. So what should we start with? What card am I most excited about? I'm kind of excited about this Ace of Cups. I don't really know why. Ooh, and this in your House of Money. We're definitely going to talk about that. I touched this one first, so let's just start here. So for my Aries rising, Pisces is the natural ruler of your 12th house. Your 12th house has to do with all matters of life that you keep hidden away. Sometimes it has a lot of connotations. Sometimes it's the house of God. It's very close to your spirituality, however you connect with, the divine, something greater than man. A lot of times it has to do with loss and sorrow. But I would say that the way it's speaking to me this week has not necessarily that. Unless it's tears of joy, but I don't know, usually Ace of Cups is like a cup full of opportunity, of love, of abundance. The 12th house actually has a lot. If your first house, so it's sort of your rising sign, Aries for a majority of you, is sort of when you come into this world, that starting point of your life. So a lot of times the 12th house is sort of, again, what is hidden away, but in a more spiritual, metaphoric sense. It's almost like the experience within the womb before you kind of came out into this as a being in this earth, right? It was sort of like the pregnancy process of your mother. So for some of you, because there is an Ace of Cups showing up here, it's possible that pregnancy may fall into this, if that makes sense for some of you. Others of you, it just sort of seems like there's a couple things. This is more of a cutesy message. If you've had a crush on someone and that's what you've been keeping hidden, it's possible that you may make some sort of gesture to extend that emotion out, to bring it out into the world and essentially like birth it into creation. Others of you, again, it could go vice versa. It could be someone who's had hidden feelings for you expressing that. Or it could just indicate something that you've been working on in seclusion and solitude, especially something spiritual or creative. You may be, with Jupiter sort of transiting that part of the sky, there's an expansion of that original idea and probably eventually, excuse me, getting it to a point where you are ready to share it with the world, if that makes sense. Some of you, this could just be an activity that you do privately, in your home. Maybe you're an avid guitar player or scrapbooker or something like that. And with Jupiter coming into that 12th house, I think like May 13th, wherever Jupiter is in the sky, it expands that area. So there's going to be a lot of expansion in your house of spirituality. Again, things that are hidden away. Sometimes it's a house of secrets, but again, Ace of Cups here says to me there's like a beautiful blessing coming in for you. So there's a little start to your tarot reading. I love Ace of Cups. Generally, it's a really beautiful indication of new opportunities, new blessings, or an expansion again of something that's already filling your heart with joy. So I know, let's talk about this. This seems very exciting. Some of you there may be a wedding with your siblings, specifically. A sibling may be getting married, or if your sibling recently got married, or whatever that means to you, that could, I suppose could be a couple years, but there could be pregnancy with sorry, let me rephrase that in a better way. You may find out that a sibling of yours is, excuse me, pregnant or giving birth or something like that. So anyway, random message. Yeah, let's talk about this work. So, house number 2, you have 10 of Pentacles showing up. And this is all about your assets, your resources, your self-worth. Essentially, the role you play and what you do in order to earn money. So, hey, we love that, right? You have I would say, one of the best money cards coming in there. And there's a stellium in the zodiac sign of Taurus right now. Stellium meaning lots and many planets. So whenever there's a concentration of planets in the sky in any zodiac sign, that area of life is going to be significant for you based on who rules that area of your house. So for you guys, Taurus, my Aries rising, Taurus rules your second house. So you have money coming in, or there's new opportunities to make, I would say, a lot of money. This is a very strong, very good money card. It frequently has some connection to family or generational aspects too. So possibly you're joining the family business, or family members are loaning you money if you need it. I'm not sure it would come up there, though. This is typically is money you earn via your own skills and talents. Acquisition or acquiring more money via, inheritance or loans or this and that. That's like a whole other area of your life. In fact, that's the 8th house, which, I don't love this card in the 8th house. So if you've asked for some sort of loan or money that, again, you are not necessarily earning on your own, but applying to get something, I feel like the person is like, why are they asking me? Or why do they think I would lend them this money? That doesn't look great to me. But, anyway, I do like this. Let's dig a little bit deeper into that so I can tell you a little bit more. So Taurus rules the second house of your assets. Taurus is very money savvy. Tauruses are fixed earth signs, so naturally good working with maintaining is a word I associate with Taurus. It's they're not in it for the thrill and the zest and the excitement. They're in it to do it correctly. They're in it to do it properly. Tauruses are ruled by planet Venus, so there's a natural inclination towards things that are beautiful. Planet Venus is all about beauty and harmony and money too, right? Venus is the planet that's connected strongly to our money. Venus, the planet Venus for everyone, has been transiting through Taurus and is now, I believe, in Gemini, given a day or two. So that planet going through your second house is probably what's helping to increase these resources. Taurus is anything with beauty, art, music, things of that sort. You may be just incorporating more creativity into your current work life. That's possible. Remember, Tauruses are an earth sign, so there's a natural love of Mother Earth, of planet Earth, of food, of resources. Any industry like that, you may be... I don't know. I don't think this is you paying a lot of money. Of course, for some of you, it could go that way. But for most of you, this feels like I don't know, maybe you got some sort of recognition or honor, and you got some sort of, if it's not necessarily money in the pocket, it's some sort of value or recognition that comes your way in the coming week or so. So that's awesome. If you're applying for a job, especially one that would offer you a big pay bump, I would say, why aren't you applying? Because this is very, it's funny, I heard the word foreboding, but it was in a good way. It was like, it's very like ominous. There's something about, should I? Or would that work out for me? Like, I mean, this is one tarot reader of a million, but that looks really good to me. So anyway, let's keep going through. So in your daily life, there might be the signing of a new contract. There could be a very key collaboration. This is a card of Libra. So again, that may factor into it. Anything with the legal system too. Maybe you're suing someone and getting a bunch of money. Again, I feel like that's more like 5th house activity, but hey, maybe it was your money that was taken originally. So sometimes they are connected. Absolutely, they are connected. But yeah, this typically is signing a new contract, anything to do with, law, legal things, and government jobs too, if you're like a teacher or a contract worker or something like that. This is about balance and equilibrium. So make sure you are work-life balance, especially because 6th house not only has to do with sort of your daily routine and daily activities based on what you do to make your money, but it also has to do with how you maintain your health maintenance. So make sure everything is in equilibrium, that you're not putting too much into one thing and neglecting your health or your body or your mental health, things of that sort. And then coming up in your long term, these houses are all connected, your money houses, 2, 6, and 10. Coming up in 10, there's a little bit of opposition or blocking. More than likely, though, for a lot of you, it's a little bit of fear. I've gotten my foot in the door, but now I'm like, oh my God, did I get in too deep? Or there's something about the wounded warrior. This card frequently comes up when you've tried something once before and it didn't go as expected, but, via karma or destiny, you're set up to do it again. And a lot of times we look at it as like, oh, well, I did it once and I messed it up, so how could I possibly be responsible for this again? Like, I'm going to fail. Again, your mind is what you manifest, so if you tell yourself you're going to fail, you absolutely will. A lot of times, this is a card that really indicates you really do need to be your own advocate. I always sort of joke with this card, but it's absolutely true. This man's been standing by his like little fence there, his little posts of wands, for God knows how long. With a 9, it's been quite a while. But it's like, who does he look to as the point of authority that says, you can go now? Do you need a bathroom break? Do you need food? Are you okay? There's no one around. In a sense, he has to delegate these things for, make these responsibilities, these, what is the word? He has to make these decisions for himself. No one's there to be like, are you okay? Do you got this? And I don't necessarily think you are looking for that per se, most of you. I would say, where are you looking to points of authority, or where are you seeking validation and permission from other people? Because it doesn't exist in this card. This is like pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Wounded warrior is what we call this, but he in himself is a warrior. At one point, he had a lot of gusto and a lot of drive and a lot of confidence. Something has sort of tapered off, but again, it's circumstantial, and it was maybe 1 or 2 experiences that, again, went against his idea of how things were supposed to turn out, and now he's taken on that as, oh, well, that's my truth, that's my narrative now, that's who I am, and it's like, is it though? Like, are we really comfortable here? Sometimes this is a card of just feeling stuck, but being too afraid to make the necessary changes to move forward. So, I mean, obviously this card has a lot of heavier energy to it, but this is not a curse. This is not a prison sentence. This is a weekly tarot reading, right? So I guess because it's coming up in your future, I don't even think this is something you've conquered yet. I think there's a reason why you're wanting to move forward or make some significant changes, but you might be talking yourself out of it. Where are you clinging on to what is familiar, but not necessarily comfortable? You know, again, being silly added some lightheartedness to this reading. It's like, how long have you had to go to the bathroom, but you're waiting to be like, excuse me, is it okay if it's like, just go. Like, you're the adult. You make decisions for your own life. It needs to be very empowered. For some of you, maybe it has to do with cutting ties from a job or a position, or even just a project, a title that you feel you've outgrown, but you're not maybe certain what the next step is. Maybe this is approaching your boss saying, hey, can we talk about my career path, right? And I get it. That can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be, as long as you're not sort of anticipating or expecting certain results to come out of the conversation. I would say with this too, there's a huge push to my Aries rising. It's like, honor your truth. What is your truth? Some of you may end up working alongside a Libra who is very helpful, almost like a mentor or a teacher or an advisor. And it doesn't have to be in the literal sense. That might not be their title, though maybe you're seeking a life coach and they happen to be a Libra. There might be a strong, close collaboration with a Libra. It could be your best friend, someone offering you good advice on something, right? That's definitely coming up in your house of money. I'm kind of looking to see what planets are interacting with this. So Jupiter is going to be sextiling. That is a happy aspect. It's an aspect that offers us opportunity. When Jupiter moves into Pisces, it will be sextiling your 10th house of long-term career. So I would say this says to me there's a very good likelihood a lot of you will choose to expand outside of the comfort zone. See, so there's light at the end of the tunnel, but maybe this was all fated. Maybe this is all destined, right? I am very much a reader who believes in free will, but I think there's certain milestones we're supposed to hit along our journey, and it's up to us how we choose to navigate those. But essentially, I don't think you're ever going to miss out on what is meant to be yours. I'm almost positive. I mean, as much as you're willing to invest in my beliefs, and you may have your own beliefs, and that's cool, that's awesome. I think there's certain things we're meant to accomplish in their life, and more or less you're going to do it, but maybe it happens at your own pace when you're ready to go after it. So I think you will conquer this. And to be honest, I almost feel like I'm wanting to weigh these out. What comes sooner is this. This is almost like in your daily house of money. So whatever it is you're fearing, maybe that doesn't come in until much later. And so maybe I'm just relaying this message to give you kind of some foresight. Is that the right word? Some forethought into where do you hold yourself back? Where are you telling things that aren't true? And where are you validating fears and insecurities to keep you in the safety zone, to keep you in the familiarity, to keep you in the comfort zone? We all do it. I'm not coming down on you. I'm just being very honest. With this card, any 9 in tarot, it's a wrap it up. Like whether it's a good or a bad 9, it's like we've reached the end of this cycle. It's not going to last forever. So in this case, I would say, oh, good. You know, like my Aries rising are going to take some necessary steps to bring about change in their life, and I would say it's long overdue with this too. I will also say too, if that doesn't resonate for some of you, the 10th house can also represent figures of authority. as well as your father, depending on what reader you speak to. So if that's not you, maybe this is a long overdue conversation someone needs to have with you, but they're fearing your reaction to it. So like, oh, I'll put it off. Or maybe it's you needing to have that conversation with your boss or with your father or, again, some figure of authority, right? There's definitely a sense of fear here. So, again, not beating up on you guys, just simply relaying the message. Where are you allowing your fears to hold you back? And where are you allowing your fears to justify you staying where you are and not taking that leap of faith or you know, a step at a time. It doesn't have to be this huge leap of, I'm going to quit my job. I don't think that's realistic. I don't think that's practical. You can certainly do that, right? But yeah, I think sometimes it's like baby steps, getting comfortable with the idea. But if you stay exactly where you are, then you're going to get what you got. All right, so loving this. I'm also really excited about this. I don't typically read third house stuff, but I will, especially because we are transitioning into Gemini season. That isn't terribly far away. It's about, depending on when you watch this, of course. It's about 2-ish weeks away, I want to say. So this stellium that has been in Taurus, in a few weeks, there's going to be not quite the same amount of planets, but at least 3. Mercury, Venus, and the Sun will all be in Gemini. Relatively soon. So again, when there's an abundance of planets in one zodiac sign, for you, that area of your life that is ruled by Gemini will be in the focus. So when it's Gemini season, my Aries rising, your 3rd house is ruled by Gemini. So that's issues relating to daily communications. It really is the principle of the mind, the thought, the communications, things to do with your siblings, neighborhood community type stuff, short-term travel as opposed to long-distance travel. So some of you may be hopping in the car going on a road trip. Again, some of you may be attending a sibling's wedding or something of the sort. This is typically a card of milestones. Some of you, it's possible that if this makes sense, if you've sort of professed your love for someone that you keep hidden away, you may actually end up reaching a milestone in that relationship or friendship. And maybe it doesn't happen quite in Gemini season, but to me that says there's the potential for something to become very solid, very solidified, sturdy foundation, something from which you can continue to build and grow from. Yeah, I would say a milestone, especially for any of my Aries rising or Aries people who work in sales and business, very connected to Gemini, sales. And because we have to remember, Gemini is ruled by planet Mercury, which is about, technology, speed, writing, communication, public speaking. I'm seeing newspaper headlines too. So some of you, if that's your career, it's possible that you reach some sort of milestone in your career, even if it's just, employee of the month. That's badass. Why wouldn't you want that, right? So something very good is happening, very likely in or around Gemini season, especially as the planets sort of transition to that. Wherever the sun is sitting, it's almost like shining a big old spotlight on that area of your life. So with the sun being in Gemini, again, something with siblings or your daily communications or something with like sales, short-term travel. Some of you, this may even have to do with, I know this is so random. I don't know why I'm getting this, but something about a new car or some milestone regarding your car. I know that sounds silly and not important, but for some of you, you know exactly what this is. Especially maybe if you're a Gemini sun, Aries rising, maybe you get a car for your birthday. Maybe you treat yourself to a little vacation or resort or something good. I really, really like that card, especially because it follows this. If you acquire some new paycheck or payout or something regarding money, you seem to be enjoying the fruits of your labor. You seem to be enjoying the results of having that new income. So hell yeah. I love that. Let's talk about your dating life and then we'll sort of wrap it up here. So, actually, let's start with my long-term couples. If you are in a committed relationship, what you would sort of consider a soul contract, this could also be work-related, but it doesn't have to be. There's an offer coming into you. So again, this could be bringing it to the next level. It could be a proposal. It could be a proposal, let's just live together. Let's move in together. Very much connected to kind of house and roots and stability, that 4. It could certainly be a ring, a proposal. Let me pull one card on that. For some of you, it's not that people propose this, but more or less, it's like it could be you move a relationship to be something much more intimate than it ever has been. Your bodies connect. You understand what I'm saying? It could become quite sexual if it hasn't yet. Interesting. Oh, okay. For a lot of you, this is actually speaking to me first and foremost as a get out of jail free card. If a lot of you have been at a workplace that has been very just whether you enjoyed it or not, something about it, it's run its course. Some of you, of course, that's not all of you. It seems like you get an offer that breaks you out of this headspace of, no, I have to stay here. I've committed my life to it. I've signed the contract. I don't want to let my boss down. I don't want to let my coworkers down. Life has a funny way of working. Sometimes if you truly have outgrown something, but you're telling yourself, no, I need to stay here, if the universe, if the divine disagrees, they're going to bust you out, right? And I'm not saying that to make you complacent on being an active participant in your life, but if you're putting out resumes, there's a very good chance you're going to get a bite on your line, but are you ready to take it? Are you willing to take it? There's something you're not wanting to face this week. There's something you're defensive to talk about or just wanting to delay and put off. It's like, now's not a good time. I don't want to talk about it. It's a little bit uncomfortable. It's coming anyway, so you might as well, right? And that's not a foreboding message. That's a let's conquer that scary monster, because it's really not a monster. It's what you're making it out to be in your head. But this is giving power to false beliefs. Swords representing our thoughts, our truths, our beliefs. They're pointed down. We have to remember, in that case, they're not channeling these high vibrational spiritual messages from the divine. They're pointed down. They're negative. They're quite literally becoming a mental prison, a trap that you're stuck in. And again, I'm not coming down on you. This happens to everyone. This is a very humanistic quality. But that's what I mean. You guys, I think deep down, this is a topic you can no longer avoid. Interesting how the 8 and the 2 make the 10. And remember how I said when we hit the 9s are all about, okay, wrap it up. We're kind of done with this chapter of our life. This to me says we're done with another chapter too, and it's about where you hold yourself back mentally. The negative things you tell yourself, or where you're just kind of mean or pessimistic. What's the word I'm looking for? You're very hard on yourself. You're your own worst critic. We need to be nicer. You need to be nicer to yourself. If you see potential in something, whether it's romantic life or career life, you should take the steps to go after it. And again, a step at a time. This is not about running out the door to do that thing the next day. This is about, okay, let me make a practical plan. Let me make an exit strategy. Let me make a list of goals, of deadlines, of due dates, something like that. Again, for others of you, I don't love that this is coming up if it is a marriage proposal, but I'll stick with it though. This could be a proposal of some kind, but I'm not sure you're ready to receive it if that's the case. Aries rising, or Aries, whoever's watching this, you may have someone very interested in you and wanting to bring it to the next level. Like, hey, let's move in together. Let's get married. Let's do this thing. And I don't know, this week it could just be very contemplative, like, ooh, okay, well, I need to think about that. Like, do I have room for that in my life? Am I ready to take that step? And I mean, I don't know, are ya? You definitely seem to be all up in your head about something. Now, that's in terms of long-term partnerships. Let's finish off on dating life and see what we got here. So, your dating life, you may be juggling major decisions in life. This is not always juggling people. This is just juggling life. There may be a lot of moving parts and pieces right now. I would say with, the pandemic and all that stuff, there's a lot of things that I think we're all waiting to present themselves. Like, okay, well, I don't know how that's going to pan out, so I don't want to commit to this until I know where I'm working or if I have a job or where I'm going to be living, right? There's a lot of factors and pieces and puzzles, and to be honest, this, again, weekly readings, I don't see you necessarily in the best place to date, because it seems like you have a lot of, I think there's a lot more focus right now on your work life than dating. Some of you are going to get news that you're having twins, but that, again, that wouldn't really be dating. There was something about that I felt compelled to say. This feels like you're not sure who you have room for in your life right now. And again, a lot of it is fear-based. I think the major message coming through here is I think there's curiosity or interest in you, but somewhere, somehow fear is holding you back, or vice versa. If this is someone who wants to come into your life, they may be fearing the devil card that you already have another person. Maybe a Capricorn is factoring into this. The fact that the Capricorn card, ain't nothing wrong with the devil card if it's a Capricorn, but even so, with the Two of Pentacles, there's not certainty here. There's a lot of any two in tarot decisions, options. What actions do I want to take? Where do I want to build? Who do I want to spend my life with? There's a lot of, the infinity loop of indecisiveness is what's going on, especially with a Capricorn. Or possibly even a Cancer. Those are the two cards coming forward. A lot of you, it seems like there's an opportunity that would involve travel. It may be that you live at a distance from your romantic suitor, or you may end up needing to travel to get to this new place of work, or again, a small travel opportunity, whatever this is. You may be traveling to go to some wedding. In fact, you may meet a Capricorn at a wedding when you already have a person in mind, a Cancer or a Capricorn. Anyway, this week it's up in flux. It could quite literally be a decision between two zodiac signs. Yeah. confusion, illusions, not knowing who to choose or where to invest your time. This will pass. These are weekly readings. But yeah, this week it's a little bit like, I kind of got to figure out what I want before I start telling people what I want or what I need from them. And it's contemplative. You have a very contemplative week. My only suggestion to you would be don't be too stuck in your head. But yeah, work your way through this practically. I think that's really good advice. There is a male fire sign who is already a part of your friends group that will help you through this. It's not a family member. It would be a friend of yours who's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and very likely a male, though it could be a female. They got you. They're a really great emotional support system for you. So utilize them to help you talk through these issues. Again, if you trust them, as much as you're willing to share. But I actually think it would be good advice to have a sounding board right now, because trying to navigate this solely on your own feels like it's weighing on your heart. I think it would be good for you to talk to someone with a fairly unbiased opinion, but someone who you know is a straight shooter and has your best interest in mind. I don't know why, but I'm being underscored. This is not a family member, Aries. This is not your mom or your dad or your sibs or whatever. There's someone external. Like, I don't know. It could be a best friend. It could be an ex. It could be someone you trust and you love. It's like they're my person. They're my co-pilot. They're my rock. Whoever this King of Wands is, this person is going to help you navigate in a very truthful but supportive way. So utilize that person. All right, Aries rising. I have to go around the zodiac sign, don't I? I almost forgot about that. I don't mind. No, I love doing this part. So let's get one card on every zodiac sign if you're dating or interested. Try and make this real quick. I feel like this has been a long one. Guys, remember to enter the competition to win a free tarot reading. If you so desire, there will be a timestamp below in this video. If you click on that, you can find out how to submit your name. Make sure you do it soon. Do it today. Submit your name. I'm going to draw the winners on Sunday, May 9th. And there'll be 3 winners. So someone's got to win. It might as well be you, right? So submit your name if you would like to win a free tarot reading. If you do win, I will message you privately and you can submit a question that you'd like me to answer. So, all right. Okay, interesting. There might be a reunion at a wedding or a family reunion, or I don't know if it would be family, neighbors, community. Yeah, especially your neighbors. If you have a crush on somebody and they're like, I don't know, in your building or in your kind of environment, there may be a reunion or at minimum a social gathering where there's a lot of opportunity to meet someone romantically. Even if it's new, 3 of Cups usually is a reunion for me, but it's also just a card of socialization. It's Mercury and Cancer. You know, speaking, Mercury from the heart space, Cancer, mushy, gushy, lovey type stuff. So if that doesn't interest you, hey, you don't have to attend the party. But yeah, this feels like a party or an anniversary or a celebration, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like hey, we made it through quarantine and we're all vaccinated now. Like something like that. You may connect with someone in a more intimate sense. Okay, here we go. Aries dealing with another Aries. 6 of Pentacles. There's reciprocity there, but someone has mommy issues. No offense. I never mean to offend. Someone is too connected to the mother. It's like the mother is suffocating or the mother is very manipulative or something. I don't know. But it has potential. If you're dealing with a Taurus, this Taurus is really sad. It feels like you broke their heart. 3 of Swords. They're still thinking about you, but I don't know. There's almost something very finalized to this 3 of Swords. It's like I don't think this person is looking to return the past. I don't think they're sentimentalizing the time. I think they're angry. I think they're sad. I think they're heartbroken, to be honest. So if you want to fix something with the Taurus, maybe go and fix that. This might be a Taurus that you're already married to long term, because it came up next to this. This is usually like generational family. So if this is like a husband, wife, or same-sex couples included, there's like a lot of shadow energy that you guys need to heal and fix if you want to, right? If you're dealing with a Gemini, that might be very, very good. That might be where this whole reunion thing, or just socializing. Geminis are great socializers. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity. Love this. Love the Geminis from my Aries this week. If you are dealing with a Cancer, 8 of Wands. There's confusion here. It started off really good. Like there was a lot of communication and speed, and now it's helter-skelter. Like it's all over the place. It feels like something needs to be cleaned up. Something's messy. Yeah, with the Devil, there's like trickery or deceit. I don't really like that. And this may involve a Capricorn too. If you're getting involved with like a Cancer Capricorn couple, it's like three's a crowd. I don't know. Love me my Cancers. I don't have to tell you guys that, but yeah, something is off with that this week. If you're dealing with a Leo, Ten of Pentacles, yeah, put a ring on it. I like it. Or maybe you already did. I love this card. I think it's great. Just make sure they're not married, right? Because there's a marriage kind of connection there. Could just be something long-term that you really value, that you really enjoy. It could be, again, that could be your rock. That could be who this is. Something very strong with the King of Wands. I'm just saying. Fire and fire. Here we go. If you're dealing with a Virgo, the moon, this person may have moved on and not told you. If this person ghosted you, they're moving on to someone else. Someone in this relationship also has a lot of confidence issues. This person beats up on themselves a lot too. They're their own critic. They're very nitpicky, but they do it to themselves, and there's like a heavier energy with the Virgo this week. If you're dealing with a Libra, I don't know. My gut reaction is they may have cut you out. Hold on. Oof. Yeah. There's something they don't want you to know about. They're being secretive or protective about something, and it might be that they have another person. I don't know. I just don't dig the vibes. King of Swords is not my mushy-gushy guy, and that's not always a bad thing, right? But he's like by the book. There's a lot of rules with this person, and if you break the rules, you go to jail, right? There's too many rules. This person would not encourage a free-spiritedness. They're very clingy. But the thing is, they're also clinging on to something that I don't think they should be if they're in it with you. This could indicate divorce, too, because it's coming up in your 7th house. If you're married to one and you're struggling, that's the difference, right? If you're married to one and it's bad news bears, this could indicate, like, yeah, the law, the breaker, severing a tie. But someone's trying to hold on to it, though, too. Like, this one's confusing. Libras is really confusing this week. If you were dealing with a Scorpio, Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I love this. Presenting you with a really nice offer. This person really respects and admires you. They want your admiration, or not so much in a superficial sense. They value you, and they want you to know that they value you, and they're hoping that you feel similarly. Ooh, I love that one. That one's sexy. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Hangman, they're still deciding. They feel trapped in something else. So they may be dealing with either healing from an ex or severing off something with an ex. There might be a male air sign involved here, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, I don't know. 8 of Pentacles. So they're avoiding making the decision. They're throwing themselves into their work, but they think about you when they're at work. And that's what this could be too. If there's no exes involved, you guys are both kind of thinking about each other, but no one's stepping forward to initiate or bring it to the next level. So it's not bad for all of you. There's like some delay there. And this person may be tied up quite literally with stuff at work. They may be swamped at work, but they are thinking about you. Absolutely. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, Page of Swords, so communication will continue. There might be something slightly immature about this person, but I don't know, my gut reaction is I think they want a victory with you, but they're, what is a good word for it? They're very inflexible this week. There's something about their truth is the truth and the only truth. And so you may, I don't know, because it's coming up next to this, these may or may not be connected. There could be something about fearing an important conversation that needs to be had, especially if you're contemplating letting go of a Capricorn. I understand why you would be nervous to approach this. You shouldn't be, but I understand it because there's something that's this person is not a good listener. They like to do most of the talking. Sorry, I said it. And I love my Capricorns. I love all my zodiac signs. I always feel the need to, I'm not picking on anyone. These are, again, weekly energies. If you are dealing with an Aquarius, Temperance, balance. I actually like this. There's something, this person brings you peace of mind or could potentially bring you peace of mind. Wellness is very important to this person, or it's saying something in this relationship needs to be healed. But I do like this. You guys, this almost feels like an amicable separation. Like, hey, I like you, but let's just be friends, or I have to move jobs, so let's this feels like a mutual split, but you're both like, so what are they up to on Facebook? There's you guys are interested, but I don't think there's anger and aggression there. That's not what I get with the Aquarius. A Sagittarius may factor into that somehow. In fact, that's very interesting. So on the Aquarius person, I have a Sag card, and on the Sag person, I have an Aquarius card. So unless that's your sun sign and you're just an Aries rising, something about that may actually hold weight in the future. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing, because I don't know, that seems like too many people. Unless that's your sun sign, in which case, hey, that sounds awesome. And if you are dealing with a Pisces, last but not least, 10 of Wands, you're probably wrapping it up. Someone is carrying the weight of the load of this relationship, and the other person is not helping. But they're clinging to you, though. So I'm almost getting the idea of there is no changed behavior here. Yeah, there's a little bit of selfishness, and maybe this is on your part, right? I don't know. It could go vice versa, but there's someone who it's like they want to have their cake and eat it too. Like they want to date you, but they don't want to help you with the heavy stuff, which does not feel very Piscean to me. I'll be honest. Pisces are usually there as like the emotional support system, but of course, everyone out there is a little bit different. So yeah, somewhere it's like there's no equal division of the work that needs to be done. It's like all the responsibilities or weight falls on one person and the other one's just like sitting there eating their cake. I don't dig this vibe this week, but maybe, you know, especially if you're married to one, this is like a husband type card too. So it could be that you're like the housewife pulling all the weight and you're just like, well, this is bullshit. Yeah, you're right. It is. So fixable probably, but let's check back next week. All right, Aries rising and Aries sun, moon, Venus, and cross watchers, I see you. Thanks for joining me here today on my channel. Remember to like the video, guys, subscribe to my channel, and enter that contest if you would like to. I will see you next Tuesday for more tarot. Bye, guys. What's up, guys? This is a friendly reminder to submit your name if you are looking to throw in a submission to the Win a Free Tarot reading from me, the Intuitive Teacup. There will be 3 winners announced on May 9th, and in order to submit your entry, I am asking that you leave a comment on any video of your choice here on my channel. It has to be one of my videos. Listing the 3 qualities you admire most about yourself, 3 qualities you find very likable or desirable, 3 things that you're proud of about yourself. So loyalty, trustworthy, creative, funny, compassionate, any of those things. It's up to you. Leave those 3 descriptor words, and next to it, I want you to include the hashtag Team Teacup. That's just simply to let me know that you're entering your name for the competition and not just leaving a random comment. So yeah, that is what you're being asked to do. 1 comment is 1 submission. You can submit as many times as you would like, aka leave as many comments as you want. They can be the same descriptors, different ones. That's entirely up to you. So there will be 3 winners. If you are a winner, I will comment on your comment as well as announce your name on my channel and my Instagram. From there, we will message privately and you will be allowed to submit 1 question you would like me to answer. And that's that. It's pretty easy, pretty basic. Of course, if you are not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that. It really does help me. And I welcome you to join me over on Instagram because that was sort of the brainchild of this contest anyway. I reached 1,000 subs on Instagram, which is great. I love interacting with you guys there, and it allows me to do things here on YouTube that I can't. So welcome you to follow me over there or on Facebook. It's not necessary. It's not required to enter the competition, but you do need to submit to my YouTube channel or subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, that's about it. So I look forward to announcing the winner Sunday, May 9th, so make sure you enter before then.